Every single step feels like 1,000 miles. I've been running on empty for a long, long while. My mind is spinning, but my body is so slow. I've gone as far as my own strength can go. I fall to the floor, I have nothing left to give. Just trying to survive, just trying to live. Are you weary? God will carry you tonight. When you are too weak to stand and fight, you don't have to walk this heavy road alone. Let him pick you up and carry you home. He will carry you, just let him. Carry you, just let him. Take off the weight you were never meant to hold. Let his warm embrace fight away the cold. The pressure of tomorrow doesn't belong to you. He promised rest, and his promises are true. I surrender my striving, I let go of the race. He's lifting the burden, he's breaking the chains. Are you weary? God will carry you tonight. When you are too weak to stand and fight, you don't have to walk this heavy road alone. Let him pick you up and carry you home. You're so incredibly tired, aren't you? I know you've been trying to hold everything together for everyone else. But who is holding you? God is right now. Stop trying to walk, stop trying to figure it out. Just close your eyes and let him carry you the rest of the way. I'm resting now in the arms of grace. He is carrying me to a quiet place. Sleep now, he's got you. He's got you. I'm standing on the precipice, looking at the great unknown. The fog is rolling heavy, and I feel so far from home. My mind is spinning stories of 1,000 things to dread, carrying the weight of every tomorrow in my head. I close my tired eyes and breathe the midnight air. I have to trust that you are already waiting there. You hold tomorrow, so I don't have to fear. Even in the mystery, your presence is so near. You are the steady anchor when the waters start to rise, wiping all the anxious worry from my tired eyes. You hold it all. The future is in your hands. The world says build a fortress, try to lock the future out. The walls can never silence the heavy voice of doubt. You step into my sinking boat and tell the wind to rest. You promise that the plans you have are always for the best. I open up my tightly folded hands, I let the control go. I'm stepping out into the dark because your love is all I know. You hold tomorrow, so I don't have to fear. Even in the mystery, your presence is so near. You are the steady anchor when the waters start to rise, wiping all the anxious worry from my tired eyes. Are you lying awake right now, terrified of what happens next? Is the anxiety of the unknown making your chest feel tight? Listen to me, you don't have to figure out tomorrow before it even gets here. God is not bound by time, He is already standing in your tomorrow, preparing the way. He won't let you walk into the future alone. Release your grip. Take a deep breath. You are safe to sleep tonight. The future is safe. I lay my worry down in the Father's arms. Peace is finally found. Breathe out the fear. Tomorrow is held. Tomorrow is held. I've been painting on a canvas, trying to hide the tear, smiling for the audience, swallowing the fear, holding up a mountain, pretending it's a stone, trying to be flawless, but I'm shivering to the bone. I look at my trembling hands, the colors start to run. I whisper to the quiet night, I think I'm finally done. You don't need a masterpiece, you only want my heart. You love me in the middle. exactly where I belong. You want the real me, just the real me. You want the real me, just the real me. The world demands a diamond, but I am fragile glass, standing in the judgment line, hoping I can pass. But you step into the gallery, ignoring all the pride. You hold the broken pieces that I always try to hide. I take off the heavy mask, I let you see the real me. Your unconditional love is exactly what sets me free. You don't need a masterpiece, you only want my heart. You love me in the middle, right where I fall apart. I lay down the heavy weight of trying to be strong. In the beauty of your mercy is exactly where I belong. Have you been exhausting yourself trying to be perfect? Feeling like if you make one mistake or let your guard down, you'll lose your worth? Listen to me, God doesn't love the pretend, flawless version of you. He loves the real you, the tired you, the flawed, uncertain you. You don't have to earn his affection with a perfect performance. Lay down that heavy burden tonight. You are deeply loved, exactly as you are. No more pretending. I am fully known, covered in your grace. Never on my own. No more breathe out, you don't have to be perfect here. The world keeps spinning forward, but my feet are firmly stuck. Just sitting in the hallway, feeling down on my luck. I watch the doors keep opening for everyone I see, wondering when the handle will finally turn for me. I look at my empty hands, I whisper to the air, am I forgotten in the waiting? Are you still sitting there? But waiting isn't wasting when you are in control. You're quietly preparing the soil of my soul. You're stitching up the heavy seams I didn't know were torn, getting my heart ready for the day the dream is born. You are working in the wait, I will trust the pause. I used to hate the silence, I used to push the door, pacing up and down upon this heavy wooden floor. But now I see the beauty in the quiet, in the slow. The roots are reaching deeper where the hidden waters flow. I stop trying to rush the clock, I finally take a seat. I lay my fragile timeline right down at your feet. But waiting isn't wasting when you are in control. You're quietly preparing the soil of my soul. You're stitching up the heavy seams I didn't know words on, getting my heart ready for the day the dream is born. Are you so tired of waiting? Does it feel like God has put your life on pause while everyone else is fast-forwarding? Listen to me, the waiting room is not a punishment. It is a place of profound preparation. God is protecting you from things you aren't ready for yet, and He is building the strength you'll need for where you're going. You're not forgotten here. He is sitting right beside you in the wait. Trust His beautiful timing. I am safely held, even in the pause, resting in your timing, trusting in your cause. Breathe deep, your season is coming. I speak into the quiet, but the quiet just stares back. Walking through a season that feels completely black. I've been waiting for an answer, waiting for a sign, feeling like I'm completely invisible this time. I look up at the ceiling, I whisper, is anyone there? Did you walk away? Did you stop answering my prayer? Is anyone there? God hasn't left you behind, even when the shadows start playing tricks on your mind. His silence isn't absence, He is still holding your hand. He is walking right beside you in this barren land. He hasn't left you, He's right here. It's so hard to keep believing when I cannot see the way. When the midnight hour stretches and refuses to be day. But your promise is an anchor when my feelings toss and turn. Your steady love is the only lesson I need to learn. I don't have to hear you to know that you are near. I know the room feels so incredibly quiet right now. It's easy to think that because you can't hear him, he must have left. But God's presence doesn't depend on your feelings. He promised he would never leave you nor forsake you. Even when it feels like no one is there, he is. He hasn't moved an inch. You are still here. You haven't left me. Even in the silence, I can rest safely. Rest now. He's right here. I look at the other tapestries hanging on the wall, colors shining perfectly, standing proud and tall. Then I look down at my hands, at the tangled mess of thread, a chaos of the grayest blues and the deepest, darkest red. I feel so far behind them, so broken and so frayed, wondering if the maker made a mistake when I was made. I hold the knotted strings, I whisper to the air. Why does my story look so ugly compared to what is there? But I am looking at the bottom, where the knots and tangles hide, while you are looking down upon the beautiful upper side. You weave the heavy sorrows with the brightest gold and blue, creating the masterpiece that is uniquely fully true. You don't make mistakes, you leave it all together. Comparison is a thief that steals the beauty of today. It blinds me to the miracle of the grace that comes my way. You didn't write my story to match another's rhyme. You are taking every tangled thread and taking all your time to build a specific glory that only I can wear. A testament of mercy built through all the tears and prayer. I stop looking at the left and right, I fix my eyes above. I surrender all my knotted threads to the weaver of my love. But I am looking at the bottom, where the knots and tangles hide, while you are looking down upon the beautiful upper side. You weave the heavy sorrows with the brightest gold and blue, creating a masterpiece that is uniquely fully true. Are you caught in the trap of comparison today? Looking at someone else's highlight reel and feeling like your life is just a messy, tangled failure? Listen to me. When you look at a tapestry from underneath, all you see are knots, loose threads, and chaos. That's how we view our own lives. But God is looking at your life from the top down. He sees the beautiful picture He is weaving. Don't compare your behind-the-scenes mess with someone else's finished product. The weaver knows exactly what he is doing with your threads. I will trust the master's hand. I am beautifully designed, leaving all the heavy weight of comparison behind. I've been carrying the world right across my heavy back, trying to fill in every hole, trying to fix up every crack, worrying about the people that I love but cannot save, riding every single storm, crashing under every wave. My shoulders are so bruised, my spirit feels so thin, trying to fight a battle that I was never meant to win. I look at my trembling hands, I whisper to the gray, I can't keep holding everything before I break away. But you are the only savior. You sit upon the throne. You never ask my fragile heart to bear this weight alone. You hold the universe. You hold the stars in space. I can lay my burdens down inside your quiet grave. You hold it all, I can let it fall. I thought if I just cared enough, I could make it all okay. I thought if I just worried more, the pain would go away. But I am just a human, a vessel made of dust, and you were calling me to trade my panic for your trust. I hand over the people that I hold so tightly to, knowing they are safer when they're handed back to you. I roll my heavy shoulders back, I let the control go. I rest inside the boundaries of the grace I've come to know. But you are the only savior. You sit upon the throne. You never ask my fragile heart to bear this weight alone. You hold the universe. You hold the stars in space. I can lay my burdens down inside your quiet grace. Are you exhausting yourself trying to fix everyone and everything around you? Do you feel responsible for holding the world together? Listen to me. You are a wonderful friend, a loving soul, but you are not the savior. God never asked you to carry the weight of the world. That job is already taken. Take the heavy backpack off tonight. Leave the people you love in His capable hands. You are allowed to just be human. you are allowed to rest. I take the heavy armor off, I lay the burden down. You are the king of all, you wear the only crown. I tripped upon the very wire I swore I'd never cross, counting up the heavy toll of another heavy loss. I hide behind the shadows of the shame I cannot shake, wondering how many times a fragile heart can break. I pull the curtains tightly so you cannot see my face, thinking I have finally outrun your quiet grace. I press my back against the door, I whisper to the dark, I'm too messy to be loved, I have lost the holy spark. But you don't walk away when I am hiding in the fear. Your footsteps keep on coming till you're sitting right down here. You are the relentless love that will never change its mind, leaving all the 99 just to seek the one behind. You always track me down, you never let me go. Your forgiveness had a limit and a line, a boundary that I crossed when I left the grand design. But you look right through the failure and you see the wounded child. You wrap me in a mercy that is beautiful and wild. You don't break down the door, you just wait until I see that you are not the enemy, you're the one who sets me free. I slowly turn the heavy lock, I step out in the light, I fall into the arms of grace that chase me through the night. But you don't walk away when I am hiding in the fear. Your footsteps keep on coming till you're sitting right down here. You are the relentless love that will never change its mind, leaving all the 99 just to seek the one behind. Are you hiding from God right now because you messed up again? Do you think He is tired of dealing with your inconsistencies? Listen to me, His love for you is not fragile, it is relentless. You cannot sing your way out of His grace when you run away. He follows, not to punish you, but to bring you home. Stop hiding in the dark, He is sitting right outside the door, waiting for you to let Him in. You are so deeply loved. Let him hold you. I stop running away. I'm safely found, wrapped inside your love on this holy ground. I cannot feel the fire, I cannot feel the rain, I cannot feel the joy, I cannot feel the pain. It's like my heart has been wrapped in a heavy blanket of snow, stuck in the wintry days with nowhere left to go. I try to sing the old songs, I try to pray the old lines, but everything feels so blank behind these weary blinds. I stare at the ceiling and whisper into the chill. Why is my spirit so heavy? Why is it so still? You love me even when numb, you love me even when cold, when I have absolutely zero feelings left to hold. You don't demand an emotion, you don't demand a display. You sit right here in the winter and you promise to stay. You know me here, you hold the numb. I thought I had to be happy, I thought I had to be moved, to prove that I was still faithful, to keep my spirit approved. But you were touching the ice, you're breathing into the frost. You gently remind my soul that it is never lost. The numbness isn't a sin, it's just a body fatigued by all the wars I have fought, by all the heavy intrigue. I stopped trying to force it, I let the emptiness be, knowing your steadfast presence is surrounding me. You love me even when numb, you love me even when cold, when I have absolutely zero feelings left to hold. You don't demand an emotion, you don't demand a display. You sit right here in the winter and you promise to stay. Do you feel completely numb right now? You aren't necessarily sad, but you aren't happy either, you just feel blank. Listen to me. It is okay, trauma and exhaustion can freeze our emotions to protect us. God is not intimidated by your numbness. He doesn't need you to feel a certain way to love you. He is sitting with you in the quiet, patiently waiting for the spring. You don't have to fix yourself today. Just let him hold you while you thaw. The winter will pass, the ice will break, safely in your arms, for mercy's sake. quiet room, swallowed by the shadows in the midnight gloom. It feels like the whole world has forgotten my name, trapped inside the silence, playing a lonely game. I whisper to the empty space, is anybody there? Hoping that a sliver of light will answer my prayer. Feeling alone, you are not alone tonight. His presence is wrapping you in a gentle light. He is closer than you're breathing, nearer than your skin. When the world walks out, that's when his love walks in. You are not alone, he is right here. You don't have to reach far to touch his hand. He is sitting right beside you in the barren land. He counts the lonely seconds, he watches while you sleep. He is the faithful shepherd for the wandering sheep. The isolation breaks when I realize the truth. You've been holding me closely since my youth. Feeling alone, you are not alone tonight. His presence is wrapping you in a gentle light. He is closer than you're breathing, nearer than your skin. When the world walks out, that's when his love walks in. I know the room feels so incredibly empty right now. I know it feels like nobody understands what you're going through. But look around, you are not alone. The Spirit of the living God is occupying the space right next to you. You have a friend who will never, ever leave. Just talk to him, he's listening. Never alone, never alone. He is by my side, in the shadow of his wings. I can safely hide. Rest now, you have a friend. The road ahead is covered in a heavy, blinding gray. I've lost my sense of direction. I've completely lost my way. The compass in my heart is spinning round and round. I'm looking for a purpose, but it's nowhere to be found. I look up at the clouds and whisper, why do I feel so lost? Am I just wandering aimlessly, paying such a heavy cost? Why do you feel lost? God has a plan for you. He drew the map of your life before you ever knew. You don't have to see the future to know you're on your way. The maker of the stars is guiding your every day. He has a plan, just trust his hand. He has a plan, just trust his hand. The pieces don't make sense when you're staring from the ground, but from the highest mountain, the perfect shape is found. He's weaving every detour and every broken dream into a beautiful masterpiece that is greater than it seems. I stopped trying to force the door. I finally dropped the key. I surrender all my timelines to the one who oversees. Why do you feel lost? God has a plan for you. He drew the map of your life before you ever knew. You don't have to see the future to know you're on your way. The maker of the stars is guiding your every day. Do you feel completely directionless right now? Like everyone else has it all figured out and you are just drifting? It is completely okay to feel lost, but you must know this: you are not forgotten. The author of your story hasn't dropped the pen. He has a very specific, beautiful plan for your life. You don't need to figure out the next 10 years tonight. Just take his hand and let him guide your very next step. I am not lost. I am being led. I will trust the path. Wherever I am, tread rest now. He holds the map. He holds the map. He holds the map. I've been running on the treadmill, trying to earn my keep, working through the midnight, trading on my precious sleep. I tied my entire value to the things that I produce. If my hands are ever empty, I feel I have no use. The world says keep on grinding. The world says never stop. But my soul is feeling heavy, and I'm ready just to drop. I close my heavy laptop. I whisper to the screen. I am so much more than just a working, tired machine. You invite me to the quiet. You invite me to the pause. You detach my heavy worth from Rest is not a luxury, and it isn't a reward. It's a sacred, holy space at the table of the Lord. I lay it down, I finally breathe. I thought that I was failing if I took a day to breathe. Guilt was always waiting right beneath my rolled up sleeve. But you created Sabbath long before I knew my name. A boundary, a mercy to extinguish all the flame. You love me when I'm working, you love me when I'm still. I don't have to empty out my soul for you to feel. I take my hands off the wheel, I let the engine die. I stare up at the beauty of your wide and open sky. You invite me to the quiet, you invite me to the pause. You detach my heavy worth from the world and its supplies. Rest is not a luxury, and it isn't a reward. It's a sacred, holy space at the table of the Lord. Are you trapped in the hustle culture? Do you feel intensely guilty the second you stop working? Like you have to constantly earn your right to exist? Listen to me, your worth is not tied to your productivity. God does not love you for what you can get done today. He loves you simply because you are. His rest is a holy gift. It is an act of trust to stop working and let God hold the world for a while. Take the pressure off. Take a nap. Take a breath. You are allowed to just exist today. I am resting in the quiet. I'm letting go of the grind, leaving all the pressure and the heavy guilt behind. The calendar turns, but the pages look the same. Waiting for a breakthrough, calling out your name. The hallway is dark and the door is tightly closed. Wondering if this aching weight is a pain you still know. I look at the midnight sky and whisper, how much longer will it be? Are you still writing out the story meant for me? Are you asking how long? God, He is working in the silence. When you cannot hear a sound, He is moving in the quiet. Like a seed beneath the winter snow, preparing for the spring. He is weaving every detail of the blessing He will bring. He is working even in the dark. He is working even in the dark. I used to think the quiet meant you walked away, just because I didn't see a miracle today. But roots have to grow before the branches touch the sky. And you are building up my strength so I can see safely fly. I stop rushing the season. I finally settle in the wait, knowing that your perfect timing is never ever late. Are you asking how long? God, He is working in the silence. When you cannot hear a sound, He is moving in the quiet. Like a sea beneath the winter snow, preparing for the spring. He is weaving every detail of the blessing He will bring. Are you tired of waiting? Does the silence of God feel like a rejection right now? Listen to me. It's not the most beautiful things grow in the dark. A seed doesn't make a single sound while it's breaking open beneath the soil. God is working behind the scenes of your life right this very second. He hasn't forgotten your prayer. He's just preparing you for the promise. Trust His silent work. Rest your anxious heart. He is working. He is working. I'm reading through the pages of the labels that I wear, written by the hands of men breathing in the heavy air. They call me by my failures, they define me by my past, writing out a heavy sentence that they swear will always last. I carry all these titles like a mountain on my chest, wondering if this broken book is my final tragic test. I stare at the heavy ink, I whisper through the shame. Can anyone erase this? Will I always be to blame? But you take the heavy ledger and you tear it right in half. You replace the bitter judgment with the gentle loving laugh. You write a brand new title with the crimson of your love, calling me forgiven from the quiet skies above. The old is gone, you give me a new name. The enemy brings up the files, the records of my wrong, trying to disrupt the beauty of your saving grace-filled song. But you don't read the footnotes of the mistakes I used to make. You look at me through mercy for your holy, precious sake. The world can't keep its labels, they don't stick to me no more. I am walking as a child through the Father's open door. I close the book of history, I throw the heavy pen away. I step into the freedom of this bright and brand new day. But you take the heavy ledger and you tear it right in half. You replace the bitter judgment with the gentle loving laugh. You write a brand new title with the crimson of your love, Have you let the world, or even your own mistakes, name you? Do you walk around carrying labels like failure, unworthy, or too broken? Listen to me, the world doesn't hold the pen to your story, God does. And when He looks at you, He doesn't see your past, He sees you covered in His grace. He calls you chosen, He calls you beloved, He calls you His own. Drop the heavy labels today. You have been given a new name. I am who you say I am. The old words fade away, written in the book of life, where I am safe to stay. The water's spilling over, the boat is going down. The sky is turning black above this lonely sinking town. I'm bailing out the panic, but the waves are far too high. I'm screaming at the heavens, but there's only thunder's cry. I thought if you were with me, the journey would be smooth, but everything is breaking and there's nothing left to say. I reach my shaking hands out, I whisper to the deep, how can you be so quiet? How can you be asleep? But peace is not the absence of the heavy crashing storm. Peace is knowing who is here to keep my spirit warm. You stand up in the chaos, you whisper to the sea, and even when the winds are wild, you are the quiet place for me. You are in the boat, you won't let me drown. You are in the boat, you won't let me drown. I used to pray for calm, I used to pray for clearing skies. I thought the storm was proof that I was hidden from your eyes. But now I see the anchor isn't outside in the blue. The anchor is a steady, quiet heartbeat found in you. You might not stop the thunder, you might not stop the rain, but you will hold me safely through the center of the pain. I stop fighting the weather, I lay my heavy bucket down. I trust the one who holds the sea will never let me drown. But peace is not the absence of the heavy crashing storm. Peace is knowing who is here to keep my spirit warm. You stand up in the chaos, you whisper to the sea, and even when the winds are wild, you are the quiet place for me. Are you in the middle of a massive storm right now? Are you terrified because it feels like God is completely silent while your life is sinking? Listen to me, just because the boat is rocking doesn't mean He left. He is in the boat with you. And if He is in the boat, it will not sink. True peace isn't found when the storm disappears. It's found when you realize the master of the ocean is sitting right beside you. Take a deep breath. Let Him be your peace in the middle of the crash. The wind is bowing down. The sea is standing still. I am safely anchored inside your perfect will.